Split Second, 1992 occult sci-fi horror movie based upon Jack the Ripper.
I unloaded a full clip 450 Magnum, point blank. It disappeared, vanished in front of me.
I thought we were dealing with a psychotic, not a psychopath. And with such incredible strength, he must be under extreme mental distress or on some kind of stimulant.
He shows up every month on the night of the new moon. He kills before midnight, in different locations. Then he disappears. We don't have a motive, we don't have a pattern. The only thing we know for sure is that he's not a vegetarian.
If I were a religious human being and not the reasoning person I think I am, I wouldn't say this thing thinks it's Satan. I'd say it is Satan.
Well, Satan is a deep shit.
Get out of there! Show me your face!
Greetings, fiends. Today we're looking at Split Second from 1992, an occult sci-fi horror film based upon the true case of Jack the Ripper. Directed by Tony Maylam, starring Rutger Hauer, Kim Cattrall, and Alastair Duncan. Split Second plot. The year is 2008. Global warming has melted much of the polar ice caps, resulting in serious flooding around the world, including the city of London, which is now under several feet of water. In the ensuing chaos, a new killer has emerged, one that's unrelenting and unstoppable, with a supernatural connection to it. Maverick veteran policeman Harley Stone, played by Rutger Hauer, has a link with the killer. It murdered his partner, and he will do whatever it takes to stop the menace. As a new rookie is assigned to him, Stone must find the killer, rescue his girlfriend, and fight off his own inner demons as he gets closer to his mysterious adversary. But when the killer is a vicious 10-foot-tall monster, even in the future, there aren't guns big enough to stop the creature's deadly reign. The occult, science fiction, and Jack the Ripper. Split Second is a loose modern adaptation of the Jack the Ripper case. Writer Gary Scott Thompson's original 1988 spec script was called Pentagram. Set in Los Angeles, California, it involved a ritualistic serial killer who murders 5 people every 5 years during the last quarter century and leaves a pentagram symbol after each kill. It was an action buddy cop horror movie with occult overtones. The script got Thompson more jobs before it was finally picked up by the head of Challenge Films, Laura Gregory, and production manager Susan Nicoletti, who got director Tony Maylam involved. All three told Thompson the story was too similar to the first Power from 1990. Thompson rewrote the script and retitled it Black Tide. This version was set in London, England, which was half underwater due to global warming. Rutger Hauer told Thompson to rewrite it and make it more physical, with more focus on psychic connection between Stone and the creature. Quick creature. In Split Second, the monster is frighteningly quick, and as it so happens, there was discussion throughout the production about the look of the monster and what exactly it would have been, which left creature effects designer and visual effects supervisor Stephen Norrington only 3 days to design the creature. Almost Harrison Ford. Gary Scott Thompson wrote the script with Harrison Ford in mind for the lead role as Stone, but was happy when Rutger Hauer was cast. Hauer loved the script and was very enthusiastic about doing the movie. Cattrall out of her Vulcan mind. As you may notice, Kim Cattrall still has her hairdo from Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country from 1991. This indicates that the shooting of the movie happened shortly after the completion of Star Trek VI. The Rutger Hauer Diet. Hey kids, want to stay in shape like Detective Stone? Try the Rutger Hauer Diet. This term was spawned from the character's diet of coffee, chocolate, and anxiety. Box office blues. Despite some decent word of mouth and an exciting advertising campaign, this movie underperformed at the U.S. box office due to the fact that it opened during the weekend of the Los Angeles, California riots. Gotta laugh. In the scene in Stone's apartment where they are discussing their names, Alistair Duncan is actually laughing because Rutger Hauer held it together so well it was decided to keep it in the movie. Carlos booted. Wendy Carlos was originally hired to compose the score, but Carlos' work was rejected and a new score was composed by Francis Haynes and Stephen W. Parsons. A few tracks from the rejected score, which were going to be used in the morgue scene, were included on Carlos' album Rediscovering Lost Scores Volume 2. Malum out, Sharp in. Tony Malum couldn't finish the movie due to all the stress he went through during production, so Ian Sharp and others took over and completed it. Sharp directed several minor scenes with Michael J. Pollard, as well as the sequences of the final showdown in the Metro after the original director quit, which is why he is credited as co-director in the end credits. UK depression. Film production in the UK was in a depression at this time the film was in production, in the early 90s. For about 2 weeks, Split Second was the only feature film shooting in the UK. Stone Cold Crossman. Rutger Hauer's super powerful handgun is a modified Crossman Airguns Model 3357 CO2 powered paintball revolver. It fires 50 caliber paintballs from a 6-shot cylinder. It was used in paintball games and as a way for foresters to mark trees for harvesting or culling using different colors of paint. Lex Luger cameo. The action figure that Dick shows Harley that his girlfriend made him was a repainted Lex Luger figure, released by Galoob as part of their World Championship Wrestling Series in 1991. Nights in White Satin. The song Nights in White Satin by the Moody Blues features prominently in the movie as the romantic theme. In fact, it's featured in a bar scene as background music as well. Nights with a K in White Satin is the title of a remake by Giorgio Moroder. I hope you enjoyed this look at Split Second. As always, please like and subscribe. Thank you.